Hello fashion lovers and welcome to the channel. So in this today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make this beautiful outfit. You might have seen beautiful dresses like this, and because you don't have the tools to make them, but in this video I'm going to be showing you the manual way to make this. But make sure you watch the video till the end. Hi guys and welcome to the channel. I am Oliver Esther and this is Esther's Apparel. So in today's video we're going to be making use of this ash fabric, which is 1.5 yard, and the pink one as well, which is about 2 yard. I'll make it over our stay, which is about 1.5 yard, and of course our pattern paper for drafting, our matching colors of thread, and our zip. But your zip is optional, you can decide to turn it to any color, and of course our scissors, our pattern master, and finally we'll be making use of our measurements. Yes, you have to get your measurements for whatever you're using and your chalk. So let's head right into the video. So of course I'm going to be folding my fabric into two, using my hip measurement as a guideline for the quantity of fabric I will have on fold. My hip is 44 plus 1.5 inches for allowance, that is about 45.5. Then I'll go ahead and determine the length of my dress, which is about 36 inches that I'll be using for the length of the dress. It's going to be a knee length. I'll go ahead and mark it plus 2 inches for sewing allowance, or 1 inch or 1 inch depending on how you have it. So next we'll go ahead and mark out our shoulder. Our shoulder is 16, so I'll be leaving 8 there plus ½ inch for sewing allowance. Then on the shoulder line I'm going to come down by ½ inch. Guys, I really apologize, I didn't know that my chalk wasn't really visible while I was doing this. So from that 1 inch mark that I made down, I will go ahead and mark down my 8 inches, and from there I will go ahead and also check out if my 8 inches is an accurate line. I will rule straight with a straight line. After ruling with a straight line, I will determine my neckline. My neckline is about 3.5 inches by 3 inches, so I will put it down just a freehand. After connecting this, I will connect the point of my neckline to the slanted line I made on the shoulder. So next I'll go ahead and check if my lines are all equal. I mean my shoulder line to the point of my armhole. I will make sure that all the lines are equal, and I will, if it's not equal, I will make sure it's equal and I will connect it. So next I will divide my shoulder line into two, that is my armhole line rather, into two. After dividing it into two, I will go ahead and come in by 0.7 inches and connect with a curve just as seen. After connecting this curve, I will impute my bust measurement. My bust is 36, so on fold I will have 9 plus 1.5 inch that I'll be using for my sewing allowance. So next thing, I will determine my half length, which is 16. So I'll go ahead and mark 16 inches there. I'll also replicate the 16 on the other side, and I'll connect with my straight rule just as seen. So next I'll impute my waist measurement. My waist is 31, so I'll be having like 7.5 inches on the waistline. Now from the waistline I'm going to determine my hip line, which is 10.5 inches from the waistline, and I'll mark it out, and I will use my ruler to have a straight line there. So I hope you guys are seeing the line, and I will go ahead and impute my hip measurement, which is 11 plus the allowance that I'm going to use to make this dress. After I finish joining this on the hemline, I'm going to impute my hip measurement. Whatever I have on my hip measurement is what I'm going to put on the hemline, because I actually do not want it to be tight. It's going to be a free skirt. So after this I will just connect the curved or the point just as. So dear fashion lovers, I urge you to watch this video to the end, as it's full of package in every stage. Please do not miss every step, and make sure you subscribe to this channel, as subscription means that YouTube will notify you whenever I upload a new video. You'll be the first to get notified. So I'll just cut out the dress. As you can see, I am so sorry because the lines were not visible. So next time I'm going to use a more visible chalk to mark out my fabric. So I'll go ahead and cut the back of this dress. So I'm going to go ahead and cut exactly the second one for this, with an addition of 1.5 inch for the zipper allowance. Then I'll be removing the zip budge from the zipper allowance. Please make sure you pay close attention. So next I'm going to slant open the zipper allowance I gave to the back of the dress. I will also cut out the neckline for the back with a freehand, because I want the back to be higher than the front. So I'll just go with the depth of 2.5 inches and the same width for the neck. So next, for the fabric we'll be using as a design, I'm going to replicate exactly what I have for the center front. I'm going to replicate it on this ash dress. I will cut exactly what I have for the front pattern on this ash fabric. So dear soulmates, that is how we have it. So I'm going to be attaching our stay on the front, on the ash dress, because this ash door face will be serving as the front of the design. Yes, it's going to be laying on the pink one, just as you saw earlier in the video. Now I will cut exactly what I have on this pattern on my stay. And next I'm going to iron it properly to our door face, to the ash fabric. I'm going to iron it wrong sides facing the wrong side. So guys, this part really has to take much time. You have to be patient while doing this, so that you can properly smoothen out your fabric and the face will not be looking rumpling. So you know how it is to have a cloth that has a rumpled surface because of the stake you put at the back. So next guys, there are so many ways people go about this, but this is the manual way I choose to go about this design for myself. So kudos to you if you have the soldering iron and you are able to get it. It's not like I don't have a soldering iron. I don't have a soldering iron, but I decided to do this manually so that those who want to also achieve this can do it. So I'll be using a space of 2.5 inches, but I advise that you make yours smaller so that you can have more space for more designs, because at the end of using this 2.5 I discovered that it was really big and I had to just do few vacuums, so a few openings to reflect on the pink pattern. So make sure you make your own smaller. So I'll go ahead and draw these lines across this pattern dress. So after drawing on this part, I will go ahead and measure from that my shoulder line to the point where the first line started, and I'll replicate my figure on the other side. So that is, I'm going to also measure the armhole, which is about 0.7 inches, and I'll replicate the figure on the other side. This is going to serve as my starting line for the next cross slant measurement that I'll be taking. And I'll simply roll out all the line using the 2.5 inches gap that I used earlier for the first slants that I made. So this is how it looks like. So next I am going to be marking out my measurements on the sides so that I will know the places to cut open and the places to leave So I will just mark out my allowances that I gave on this dress, and I'll be connecting them as seen. So I'll use my chalk and highlight the lines as you can see me doing, leaving out my allowances. So next, now I am going to be marking out the openings that we're going to be using to create these designs. I will mark on one column and leave the second column. That is how I am going to calculate the spaces that I will mark open and those that I will leave closed. So after doing this, I'll go ahead and use my scissors and cut out open the places that I chalked. Those areas I chalked, I will cut them open, leaving the areas I didn't chalk. So this is exactly how you do. Just those areas you chalked are where you will cut open. So be careful while doing this so that you don't cut across the lines that you have already marked, because I made that mistake while I was cutting one of these chalked areas opened. So after opening it, I will just notch the inside so that I'll be able to properly fold this. I will notch the inside very well, just as you see me doing here. After notching it, I will use my hemming gum and apply into it. So this is my hemming gum here. I'll be using my hemming gum and I'll be folding it open like this. You can see me ironing it so that the cut out edges can slide over the other side, and I'll simply put hemming gum under it and iron it very well so that it lays properly. So this process is actually going to take longer time, so just take your time and do it properly. I will do 2 of this and I will go ahead to do the rest off camera. So dear soulmates, please make sure you subscribe and turn on your notification bell, so when next I upload a new video, you will be the first to get notified. And if you have any video requests or something, or a video you're not clear about, just say so in the comment section and I'll be so glad to make a video as regards it. So this is the final outlook of how it is, and you can see the front is already looking very beautiful like this. So next I'm going to go ahead and stitch down this open part. I'm going to stitch down those folded edges so that it can lay properly and it will not be flying out later, probably after we have washed the clothes or something. So I'll just go ahead and stitch it as so. So as you can see, I'm done sewing this, and this is how all of them looks like. You can see it can never ever fly out again. It's already in place, so even if I wear this dress, you will not see the inner threads popping out. So next I am going to join my overlay to it. This is our pink doll face that we're going to be using as overlay for this dress design. So I'll go ahead and turn the neckline with the wrong side facing the right side, because I want the shiny part to be visible under the design layer that we have. then the rough part will be inside my body, like inside of the dress. So I will go ahead and stitch down the neckline. So I've done that, and this is what we have. I have also top stitched the neckline as well, so you can see it's properly knitted, and you can see that the shiny part of the doll face is actually facing the outside part like this, so it's actually reflecting the main beauty of the doll face and not the wrong side. So I'll iron the neckline so that it can lay down properly, and after this we'll go ahead and stitch down our sides. We'll join ours. I'll pin down the sides and we'll stitch it down. As you can see, I've stitched down together, and this is how our design is actually turning out to be very beautiful. This is how the inside of the dress looks like, and this is the outside of the dress, so it's already given. So next we'll move to our back. I'm going to stitch down about 1 inch on the center back, and I'm also going to remove the zip budge with about half of an inch from my shoulder line. I will come straight down to my half length, and I will go in by half of an inch, and I'll slant from the center back straight to the neckline and down to the hip, just as you see. So after this, I'll just pin down the area where I will be putting my zip, and later I will come back to it. So next I'll be adding my bias to the neckline. I'll be using my bias to close up the neckline for this back dress. I'll be using actually a white bias because I wasn't able to get the color of bias before doing this video. So I'll just fix the bias, and this is how it is. I've joined it, and I'll run down the stitch and come back and show us. So this is how it looks like. I have done that as well. So next, now we are going to be joining our back bodies to the front bodies. So I'm going to properly align it together, then I will pin it. After pinning it, I'm going to chalk down my body measurements on, and then join it together, and I will also join the shoulder line. So guys, I've gone ahead to join it together like I said, and now please notice on the shoulder I'm going to use one piece of the front pattern to cover the second one, just like this. I'm going to pin it over so that I can have a clean edge on my sleeve line, and I'm not going to have to weave it or have rough edges budging out there. Just watch closely what I'm doing and how I am doing it. So this is the final outlook on how the shoulder is. I will also go ahead and remove those pins, because now I am going to fix my zip to the back of this dress, and after that I will come and show us how it looks like. So this is how our zip looks like. So next, now I will go ahead and fix our sleeve. So this sleeve tutorial, I'm not posting it here. I already posted it on the channel, so just check out the video if you want to see how I achieve the sleeve. Just check out the video. I'll be dropping the link in the description box so that you can be able to create a beautiful sleeve like this for yourself. So on the hem of this dress, I will be attaching doll face material to it so as to lengthen it, because I didn't like the fact that it was going to be above my knee. So guys, this is the final outlook of this video. Remember to give this video a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video. Till my next tutorial, be safe. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.